So if your child had $1,000 right now, would they know what to do with it? Would they spend it? Would they save it, invest it, or just blow it all in one weekend? Money lessons don't start in adulthood, though, well, they shouldn't just start in adulthood, though they often do. They should start right now. So in this video, I'll kind of show you some ways to teach your kids and teens some lessons. And maybe these money lessons will actually stick with them over time. So, first question we ask is, why is financial education, why should we start it early? Well, all education should be started earlier than it is right now. Most adults struggle with money, right? Because they never learned how it works when they were young. We teach kids math, science, history, but not how to manage their paycheck or invest, avoid debt, build wealth. Financial literacy isn't just about dollars. It's about choices, freedom, confidence. The kids who understand money are more likely to avoid debt, save consistently, invest wisely, and control their future. So some of the research shows that money habits, a lot of habits, but money habits are started and formed as early as age 7. Wow. Early education prevents generational financial mistakes. The earlier the exposure, the more natural money conversations become. So what do you teach? How do you teach it? When do you teach it? So there's a general rule by some age groups here. 4 to 7, just an awareness of money. The difference between needs and wants. Identifying the different denominations, your coins, your bills. And just introducing first the concept of savings, aka the piggy bank. Have a weekly ritual where you sort coins by their size and value, and create a 3-jar system. Remember in earlier lessons we talked about the 50, 30, 20 distribution, where you could have your needs, your wants, and then your savings or your investing. So there's your 3 jars. Well, you could just keep it even simpler with what you want to spend, what you want to save, and what you want to give. Next, kind of for your 8 to 12 range, goal setting, earning money. Introduce allowance with a purpose. Teach how to set a savings goal. What does your child want to purchase, to buy, to have? Have them learn the patience and how to set those milestones, how to track those milestones. Allow them to earn money for tasks or projects. And it doesn't have to be a lot. I mean, you're just teaching basics right now. And then together, track the earnings and savings in just a simple notebook or an app. And set a savings challenge for a toy or a game or maybe even a trip. It's a long-term savings. Now your teenagers, 13 to 18, this is where you can start getting a little bit more complicated. Bring them into some of the adult stuff, the budgeting, the banking, investing. Create a simple budget: income, savings, spending. Open a bank account with a debit card. Teach compound interest, basics of investing. Introduce credit and the importance of credit scores. Encourage side hustles or micro businesses, like probably selling online or starting a YouTube channel. Have them help with the grocery list and budget. Use a simple simulator for investing, like what's called a paper trading account. If you have your own brokerage, log them in on the paper trading side and have them experiment with paper trading. And give them a realistic budget on there too, not $100,000. Give them $1,000 and have them invest. Show them what it can do over time. And let them manage a small amount of real money every month. But how do you make this engaging? This money can be quite boring and not exciting topic. But money doesn't have to be boring or intimidating. For kids, use games, challenges, real life experiences to make it memorable. Obviously, growing up, Monopoly, game of life. It's good for young kids to learn to manage and budget, understanding the expenses, utilities. Budgeting apps, several of those out there. Create a family savings goal. A vacation every year. Have the kids become more part of that and understanding what it takes to reach that kind of goal. As I've mentioned before in previous lessons, have your monthly meetings, weekly meetings. Bring your kids in, have them understand what's going on. And then even more fun, set up like a business day, entrepreneur day, where they create and run a small business. Go through that process with them. Teach them early how to start a sole proprietorship or even an LLC. It can be fun. Something that's theirs, but you're helping with, obviously. But you are the greatest example as a parent, as a teacher, as a guardian, as a family member. So your kids aren't just learning from what you say, what you teach them. They're learning from what you do, what they see you do. So if you're saving, they're saving because they think that's normal. But if you spend impulsively, they'll just think, okay, that's how money works. If you talk openly about your money goals, about the trade-offs, about patience, they'll think that's normal. And they'll grow up more confident around this topic. Talk with them. Narrate financial decisions, such as we're saving for a vacation instead of dining out. So that money for dining out, and show them as you move that money for dining into your vacation fund. Involve kids in the small money choices. Such as, even something as simple as buying this grocery product instead of this one. It's the same groceries. Why are you buying this one? Is it because of budget? Is it because of nutrition? Especially if it's because of budget. And there's tools and resources, books out there. Just to name a few, Money Ninja. It's for young kids, like 5 to 10. There's a book, Smart Money, Smart Kids by Dave Ramsey and Rachel Cruz. And another book, I Will Teach You to Be Rich. Apps, Greenlight, Busy Kid, Rooster Money. websites and programs, Khan Academy, Junior Achievement, and there's a whole host of others out there, I'm sure. Take advantage of them. Common mistakes. And growing up, I can tell you right now, I experienced most of these from my family, is money was almost a taboo topic. Don't make it taboo. Help them understand, help your kids understand that there are good and bad things with the money. That you're going to have to achieve the goals, the milestones you want, you're going to have to give up something else. And it's just the way things are. It's the routine, the way things should be. And another thing, don't give an unlimited allowance with no expectation. They earn money by doing chores. They don't do the chores, they don't get paid. And the one thing that parents tend to do, and we all understand why, we don't want our children to see the mistakes we make in life. But don't hide your financial mistakes. Use them. Make it teachable moments. Hey, I wasn't taught how to do this until recently. I didn't understand. I don't know why. Bring your kids in on that. Being vulnerable, being honest with your children. That goes a long way. And then for the helicopter parents out there, avoid micromanaging. One of the greatest learning lessons anyone can have, and especially children, is to let them make mistakes. And they'll make small mistakes now, so that as an adult, they don't make large ones. Allow them to make those mistakes. And then turn that around as a teachable moment. Why was this a mistake? What could have been done better? So, long-term impact, as we have seen, several people out there started doing this early in life. Warren Buffett, for example, he started doing stuff when he was like 11, and he's a multi-billionaire now. So when your kids grow up with the knowledge and the confidence amount around money, they'll learn how to save and invest earlier, develop good habits. They'll avoid credit card debt, or even learn how to use credit cards to build their credit score, as well as being able to use the credit card points for other things. They'll learn how to use money and everything around it to build strong credit, and what that can do for them over time, how that can set them up. And there's ways that you can help set them up with a strong credit score as well, such as putting them on your credit card. Let them, and as long as you keep that credit card in good standing, your child is building credit at the same time as you are. And then maybe later on in life, as an adult, as they're more confident with their money, they may feel more empowered to look for or negotiate better salaries and grow their income. So it's not just about counting the dollars. It's about teaching them to live with a plan, intentionality, and to be able to dream bigger, to focus bigger, and understand how to get to those goals and milestones. So in closing, what are you going to do this week for your child? One thing. Start with one thing. Make it simple. If you've never done this before, one simple conversation with your child. Bring them into your budget meeting for the family. Something small. As we talked about, we want to save for a vacation. Help them understand why certain decisions you make are focused around saving for that vacation instead of going out and getting something to eat at a restaurant, or instead of buying this fancy product. Ask them what they would do with $100 or $1,000, and then talk about why they want to do that. Help them understand what the difference is in their choices. And then talk to them about what some of your first lessons were for money. When did you start learning about money? And comment below as well. When did you really first start learning about money? Was it from your parents, teachers, when you got to adult life? What was your first lesson, real lessons? What do you remember? And then reflect. How did that shape you? How did your parents, your friends, your family, how did their experiences with money shape you? And feel free to share that in the comments as well. But I think that's it for today. Thank you for joining me. Have a wonderful day.